some of you. This is a very special broadcast, and of course, we must pray. And prayer we must, this very evening and always going forward. And I will pray in the language of heaven, because Chukwukika Biama is in control of all that we have been doing and will continue to do until Biafra is restored and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ m ihe niile Chukwukika Biama onye na-efe na aja ha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị n'ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro. Iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị ndụ n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọ bụ naanị aka ike niile na ọ gbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma ma anyị ga-ekele gị nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezu oku mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe n'ikwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe. Agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbọgba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-eto gị, wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise, ise, ise.
Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much. And remember, in this channel, we speak about the plight of the indigenous people of Biafra, the Oduduwans, the Middle Beltans, and every indigenous tribe in that very country called Nigeria. We speak about their subjugation, their intimidation, their killings that are happening in the country called Nigeria. We will not be silent. We are coming out to speak because the media in that country called Nigeria cannot report what is going on. They are playing the situation down. The media is changing the narrative. Instead of saying it exactly the way it is, they try to change the narrative and play it low. And the world have been deceived on what is going on in the country called Nigeria. That is why we are coming up to speak the truth and say it exactly the way it is without looking at anybody, without being politically correct. For those who have not joined the prayer, please kindly join the prayer. The prayer that we are making with Asuna Mazina de Kano. It is 150 days and we are on the last section of the prayer. Please join the prayer. It is not yet too late. That is the way you can be able to communicate effectively to Chukwukika Biama and know the mindset of Chukwukika Biama for Biafrans. And also know when the true message is coming from Asuna Mazina de Kano. That is why it is it is very important for you to pray so that you can be able to connect to the spirit of Asuna Mazina de Kano, who is the leader of this struggle. Pray along with him. It will go a long way to save us from a lot of propaganda, a lot of deceptions, a lot of contradiction, and a lot of confusion. That is why you have to pray. Prayer had a lot of role to play in this very struggle. While we are working hard, not just praying, working, we pray so that we can be able to succeed and get our direction right. Today, we are going to talk about the deception that is happening in that country called Nigeria. There's a lot of deception that is happening. These are the reasons why Nigeria can never ever work. When you see certain information you are seeing on social media, when you see people who are in charge of that government, you will know that Nigeria is finished. It is finished. In as much as they still try to play it down, try to play their propaganda, try to push down their lies, try to deceive people, it is obvious that they cannot even hide their shame. It is clear that that country have ended. Ended by the people, the Fulani Janjaweed, those northerners who call themselves the Fulani Caliphate. They have ended the country. They have divided it. All we are asking is that allow people to go their ways and build a responsible nation where human beings can survive. Why is it so difficult for you to allow people to go when you know already that you have destroyed everything and you have by yourself divided that very country? What are you waiting for? You want to kill the people and take their land by force. You cannot succeed. It doesn't matter how you try. It doesn't matter how you try. You can never take any inch of Biafra land. No inch of Biafra land can be taken by the Janjaweed. Even the Oduduwa land, you cannot succeed this time to take another land in Oduduwa land. You can't. The Middle Belt are standing strong. You can't take any land in Middle Belt anymore. Enough is enough. Continue to push your lies. I'm sorry for those of them who are from the southern part of Nigeria who are still talking of one Nigeria. If you are from southern part of Nigeria and you are still speaking of one Nigeria, you need to re-examine your brain. You need to re-examine your brain because you are sick. You are sick with everything that is playing out. Knowing fully well, even with the confessions that you see on national television. Recently, you saw the confession that were made by an insider, a secret security officer who was bold to come out and speak about the situation. After that very interview, he was invited by DSS. The television station was sanctioned and fined. The people who made the interview were fined. Why? Because they said the truth. This is why people can no longer speak up in the country called Nigeria today. But thank God that Chukwu Kabiama have been able to force out every truth from their mouth. There is nothing hidden in that very country called Nigeria that people don't know. That is why when I see somebody who is still talking about one Nigeria or a better Nigeria tomorrow, I see that person as a fool, a dead man walking. That is what they are. You are talking about better tomorrow in Nigeria, you are a dead man walking. That is why I see when Mazina Dekano is talking, Mazina Dekano will tell you that anybody that calls his or herself a Nigerian should spit on that person because he's not worthy to live. That is exactly the truth. With the things that are happening today, with the revelations that we have today in our palm, if you are still talking about one Nigeria or looking forward to a better Nigeria, you have something else coming, and that is your grave. Playing the script of those who knows what they are doing. Those political elites you are seeing, they know very well that the country cannot work. They confess it in their bedroom, but when they come out to deceive you, when it happens, they have places to run to. They fly with their private jet. They are citizens to so many countries in the world. They can escape. But what about you that is supporting them? What country are you a citizen? You have a citizenship into? You are a citizenship. You have no citizenship for it. Even when you are sick, you can't even treat yourself. But they treat themselves, fly themselves abroad. And they come out and begin to tell you that Nigeria is going to work. The Tinubu that is now planning to be an elected president, in his dream, that want to be elected as a president in his dream, this was a man who stood up in the past saying that he doesn't believe in Nigeria. He said he doesn't believe in Nigeria. That was even when Nigeria was better than this. When he said this, Nigeria was much, much better than it is today. He said he doesn't believe, but all of a sudden, he found himself on the top and he felt that everything is well with him. He can use bullion van to carry money into his body and nobody questions him. He can steal as much as he wants, nobody questions him. Now he's now preaching one Nigeria, planning to be your president. May God have mercy on all of you. May God have mercy on all of you. You see mad people like Umahi, praying for another president like Muhammadu Buhari. Somebody who doesn't have a WAEC result. Somebody who died in office and they are using him poster to replace him. Somebody who have been so nepotistic that everybody is crying. Somebody who have marginalized his own children, his own region. Yet, he is praying that God should give him and his family somebody like Buhari in the next election. When you hear such prayer, do you still believe that that country will survive? The country is dead and buried and will never ever survive. And if you are still calling yourself a one Nigeria, you need to pity yourself. With all this information, you need to pity yourself because you don't deserve to live and you don't even deserve pity. You don't deserve pity. That is why you see these people pushing like the whole political sectors you are seeing, more especially in the southeast. Every politician in the southeast, they are a bunch of animals and devil incarnates. They have nothing to offer to their people except death, killing, evil, stealing all the things that they have. In the southeastern part of Nigeria, nothing is working. All these clowns has been there all this while. There has never been any growing economy in the southern part of Nigeria, not until when the Southeasterners decided to air their opinion and let the world know what is going on. Now they are talking about breaking down of rule and order. They come out, some of them run to church to go and tell the church people to help them and confuse the people. Going from different directions instead of doing what is needful. Listen to the mind of the people, that the people have a word on what they need. What they want is referendum. Referendum should be conducted. That is what the people want and nothing else. The automatic release of Asuna Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. That is what the people want. Without that, the sit at home continues. And I support the sit at home 101%. It will continue. It will get worse. You haven't seen anything yet. You think you can control it. This is not in the hand of anybody. It's not even in the hand of the IPOB. It's not even in the hand of the DOS. It's in the hand of Chukwu Abiyama himself. If in the hand of the spirit of Biafra, Chukwu Abiyama have invoked the spirit of Biafra, you have been killing people for a very long time. The innocent blood that you have shed in the land of Biafra is now speaking. The innocent blood you have shed in the land of Biafra is now speaking and now acting openly. It is no longer on the secret. The innocent blood are speaking up, and the Lord of hosts have heard them. Chukwu Abiyama have heard their voice, and today, everything that you can think of in that southeastern region, as long as you are talking about Nigeria, you are going to face the wrath of Chukwu Abiyama. You have never seen anything yet. You have never seen anything yet, and you are crying. You have everybody that is sitting at home willingly will never lack. They will never lack anything. Every single person that is sitting at home supporting this will never lack anything in that very southeast. But as many as are standing against the sit at home in the southeast, you were going to suffer more and you're going to lack more. Your business is going to be destroyed more. That money you are going to receive from federal government will be taken away from you. You will suffer more. It is coming. It's still coming. Don't think you can be able to change it. With all the lies they're pushing forward. You see, in a country where a section people hate themselves. The southeastern elite hate them, they hate their people. They will do everything to destroy the life of their people. They will never listen to them. Instead of listening to their people, they will send military to kill them and destroy them. That is what they have been doing in the southeastern part of Nigeria up to date. They are still doing it. And you want us to sit back and fold our hand and support you? It is impossible. It is either Biafra or nothing. We are going out of this Biafra. We cannot continue in this devilish concocted organization called Nigeria. That devilish concocted company called Nigeria, we are not part of it because we didn't sign up for it. If you are not speaking in this manner, representing in this manner, you are not for us. And as you can see, the only representation we have in the southeastern part of Nigeria is our Asorock Nnamdi Kanu. He is speaking for every Biafran. And when you hear indigenous people of Biafra, the whole southeastern region, he is speaking for them. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how you, if you like, go and bring a bishop. If you like, go to all the churches and preach. The truth remains the truth. The Biafran spirit have risen. And every single soul in Biafra land, even a child, knows what is right to do. Even a newborn child wants to fight for his or her freedom to be free. So, whatever you are preaching is a waste of time. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has laid a foundation which in your whole of your lifetime you can never destroy. If you make any attempt to destroy the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will pay with your dear life. No living human being can destroy that foundation he has laid. And we are built on that foundation to make sure that the struggle succeeds. And Biafra must come. It doesn't matter what you say. People of other regions are protecting themselves. The Southwest are protecting their own people, speaking of their own people. Even at least they are speaking a little. They are speaking a little, even if they are not speaking much, because they still have their own issue of betrayal. They still betray their people. They still betray their people when they are needed. But at least in some cases, they speak up. You can see the open grazing issue that was announced. They were the one that spearheaded it, and almost all of them are signing up to it. In the Southeast, what do you see? You see a governor who comes out to tell you that he's not part of it. A governor comes and says he's not part of what the southern governors have discussed. Those are the kind of betrayers we have in the southeastern region. A very painful situation that the only way we can survive about it is to speak up about it and speak against it with all our might and all our strength. You go to the north, they are supporting their people. The north are making case for the bandits, making case for Boko Haram, taking as much as they can, stealing as much as they can from the federal government and give to their people. They are at all given time, you see them making case for their own people. Making case for their own people by all means possible. Fighting from all angles to support their people. You can see the chairman of committee, whatever, in the Senate coming to make a case for their people. When he was speaking about the scarcity of food in Nigeria, in order to secure his people and talk on behalf of his people, he refused to mention anything that has to do with herdsmen as the cause of food scarcity in Nigeria. When you and I know that the cause of food scarcity in Nigeria is the herdsmen are the people who have made the farmer not to go to farm. Benue State, that is the basket of that country, the basket food of that country, Benue State. Today, Benue farmers cannot go to farm. Most of the places have been affected. Even the ones that have been farmed, their farm has been destroyed. You saw it on video. Destroy farm. They go out, put your food, something I have planted, and take it away. Most of the farmers have been killed. Even in the north, there was a time we saw farmers, about 50-something farmers slaughtered in the north. But when this man was talking about the cause of food shortage, he never mentioned the herdsmen and their problem. What he was mentioning is COVID-19. COVID-19 that lasted how many days? COVID-19, what has COVID-19 had to do in the farm? Even while the COVID-19 lockdown was going, people can still go to their farm and farm. He was blaming it on COVID-19. That was the only thing the only thing he has to call upon is COVID-19. Watch the idiot, what he was saying. This is what they do. These are the people who are in the aim of affair in Nigeria that you are believing that it will work. How can Nigeria work in this very situation where the bunch of liars who cannot even admit the problem that they have? You cannot solve a problem if you do not accept it. If you cannot be able to diagnose a problem properly, you cannot be able to solve it. They have refused to diagnose it. They have refused to accept the fact that the cause of insecurity in Nigeria is herdsmen. The cause of food shortage in Nigeria is herdsmen. The whole problem we have in Nigeria today is caused by herdsmen. Muhammadu Buhari supporting the herdsmen to take away the livelihood of every other indigenous tribe in that country and support their own. That is why Nigeria is where it is today. That is the obvious truth. And if you say anything short of that, you are a great liar. You are deceiving the people. You see this kind of a person that just spoke. These are the people in charge of Nigeria. They are everywhere. When they told you that members of Boko Haram are in Asorock, they are governors, they are ministers, they are in Senate. These are the people. They will never speak anything that the truth. Anything that has to go against their people. He also came to make a comparison in one of his videos. Came to make a comparison of people who are selling spare parts and herdsmen. He was saying that if government can support the spare parts, why won't they support the herdsmen? Tell me, in this planet Earth, if this man is not a born liar and a devil incarnate, where on the planet Earth have the government supported the pass sellers? When, on which budget have the government ever discussed the issue of people selling pass or supporting them? If not destroying them and taking as much tax as they can.
If you can protect a spare part dealer, yes. If you can protect a spare parts dealer, why can't you protect a herdsman? If banks, private banks, would be rescued, government will come in with public funds through a central bank or whatever to rescue failing banks. With public, central government money is government money. So your money is my money. Why do that? I cannot do that to rescue the herdsman from the problem he has to do. There are some questions we need to ask ourselves. When I was growing, they said to me, when you look at somebody, I say, yeah, you be shaggy. You see that? You be shaggy. Only one finger is pointing at you, maybe two. These three are pointing at me. So there's nothing wrong with modernization. I am all for it. But that is to add voice to the hues and cries already on the floor for government to address the issue of herdsmen. No matter how developed we want to be, we must develop along the lines of due process. The question that one asks is this: you talk about modernization. Yes. For heaven's sake, is it the fault of the herdsman that until today, the 21st century, he is left at the mercy of moving his cattle the only way he has now, through routes in the bush till today? While in the modern world they are talking about, I have seen it, there are trucks that they convey animals. In the truck, there's water supply in it. They have water. In the truck, that's where they can feed in trough, in the carrier. Okay? And where there's waste, there's somebody in the truck that would push until they get to a point where they can empty from the vehicle. Do we have that? If we do have in this country, how many do you know? Have you seen? So the fact remains that you cannot punish any calling, trade calling, any means of economic pursuit. You cannot rest the evil on the poor Nigerian. You rest in the laps of the government. The government has a duty. And I've said so time and time and again, and I repeat here, the duty is that of the governor. But somehow, somehow we have misdirected our political thinking and our political activism. We have refused, through unnecessary parochialism, we have refused to differentiate between genuine problems this country faces and face the problems and solve them collectively with the direction of the government. Rather than do so, no, we're looking for fault lines. We're looking for fault lines only. This is a national problem. We have to put our heads together and see how best government can fund whatever there is, whatever means there is, that we can modernize the things that we call problems today, and when there's operations, we can minimize problems of, we can minimize the happenings, the incidents that accrue as a result of the inefficiencies or insufficiencies in the infrastructure development for the various.
That is the only thing they get from the government. Go and check every place that they are selling parts in that country called Nigeria, in the north, any place where the market traders are. They build the place by themselves. They pay tax by themselves. They develop the place by themselves. Sometimes they give them a bush, sometimes they give them a swamp. They take it and develop it. Alaba International was a swamp. Trade Fair was a swamp. So many other places you can think in that country where that was developed. They were all swamp. The past sellers develop it by themselves. Fund themselves in their business. Nobody supported them in any way, in any manner. And this man is making a comparison, telling us that if the government can support, we are on planet, they have never ever supported the past seller. And he wants government to come and equip your herdsmen, build a ranch for them, buy cow and give them money and whatever. These are tribes who cannot fight for themselves, who cannot struggle. Very lazy gluttons who are only ready to steal. They want to take and take and take, and they will never fight for anything and struggle for anything by themselves. After watching the claim of this man, how can someone still call him or herself a one Nigerianist? After seeing what this man is saying, somebody who is a senator, the comparison he's making, how can somebody still have hope and believe that Nigeria is a sane country or a country that is going to succeed? It is obvious that some people really don't want to help themselves. Everyone that is still talking about one Nigeria, of a better Nigeria tomorrow, is actually calling for his or her death, because there will never be a better tomorrow in that country called Nigeria. The only solution remains a breakup. When you break it up, you break the interest. Every tribe will go and build a nation of their own. Look at people who are so dependent they cannot do anything for themselves. They can't do anything for themselves. A private business, cow rearing. That is what they are imposing on the federal government to finance. Build a ranch for them. You will give them land, give them money, and give them everything they require. Now you're making a comparison with a spare parts seller who goes and learns the business. After learning the business, he will be settled by the master, or he will raise money to start his business. He will pay for a shop, pay tax in every goods he has bought, and continue his business, growing it from grassroots until it grows above. Now you want to compare. Some of them will come online and they will tell you that it is too expensive to make ranching. If it is too expensive for you to go into the business, quit. Quit from it. Let people who are capable do it. The same people who will tell you that it's too expensive are the same people who will come out and tell us that the owners of the cow are rich men. The owners of the cow are ministers. The owners of the cows are governors. The owners of the cows are presidents. They will tell us that the owners of the cows are rich men, and later on they will tell us that the owners of the cow cannot be able to fund them. They cannot be able to take care of it because it's too expensive. They cannot be able to run ranch. These are a bunch of confused people that we have in the country called Nigeria, confusing themselves at every given time. And you are there sitting down and listening. Listen to them. You, that is an indigenous person in that very country from Nigeria, indigenous tribe, you are listening, allowing them to subjugate you, allowing them to take your land and take your rights and give to some bunch of fools who don't want to do well for themselves, who are not ready to do well for themselves. They are not ready. It doesn't matter. Good luck, Jonathan tried to build schools for them in different places, build nomadic school for them to make them better. What happened? They stoned him when he went there for a campaign. They pushed him out. With everything he did to educate them, they refused it. These are the people you want to be in the same country with, and you are dreaming that it's going to be better. It will get worse and worse, and you will pay with your life. As many as are speaking of one Nigeria, speaking of calling for one Nigeria, they will pay with their own life. And one Nigeria is established in the blood, on the blood of the innocent, and they continue to do it. And as long as you continue to mention one Nigeria, your own blood will be used to be able to appease that one Nigeria you're talking about. If you want to live, ask for a breakup. If you want to be alive, ask for a breakup. That is the only thing that can keep you alive. My guide and protector, who has laid a foundation that we must follow. It doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your section, it doesn't matter where you belong. The only foundation that can set you free from this captivity is the foundation that Suleiman can have led. Referendum. Ask ask for referendum, demand for it by all means possible. If you know how you're going to demand for it so that you can choose and decide where your fate lies. May Chukwu Kikabiama continue to guide and protect us in the garden. May Chukwu Kikabiama continue to strengthen our spirit in the garden. Give him good health, give him strength, protect him, give him good health, give him more revelations so that he can be able to give us more word, and we will march into Biafra without any fear or favor. They will kill us, we will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra will surely come. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from, and remember us. Bye-bye. See you again on the next video.